Welcome back to the Deep Dive.
We've spent this episode exploring the world of cyber threats and how important a strong cyber insurance policy is.
Right, and before the break, you brought up a really interesting point. That human element.
Yes, the human element.
You called it the Achilles heel of even the most secure systems. So what do we mean by that? I mean, it's easy to focus on the technology and, the tactics that hackers use, but how big of a role does human error actually play in all of this?
You'd be surprised, even with the best technology and, all those security protocols in place, humans are often the weakest link.
Yeah, I guess we are all human after all, right?
Right.
We get distracted, we rush things, we fall for scams. Sometimes we just let our guard down.
Exactly.
So we're talking about things like, clicking on a phishing link or using a weak password or even just leaving sensitive information out in the open.
Right, and all those little slip-ups, they can have big consequences when it comes to cybersecurity.
So how common is this problem? Are we talking about, just the occasional mistake here and there? Or is human error a major factor in most cyber attacks?
It's much more common than people think. Studies have shown that human error is involved in a huge percentage of data breaches and security incidents.
Wow, that's a lot higher than I would have thought.
It is. It's a serious issue, and it shows how important it is to address the human factor in cybersecurity.
Okay, so if human error is such a big problem, what can businesses do to reduce the risk? How can they make their employees less likely to make these mistakes? Can you even, hack human behavior and make people less fallible?
Well, we can't completely eliminate human error, but there are things businesses can do to minimize the risks.
Like what? I'm guessing employee training is a big part of this.
Absolutely. It's all about education and awareness. Businesses need to make sure their employees understand how important cybersecurity is and that they have a role to play in protecting the company's data.
So regular security awareness training sessions, teach them about the different types of threats, make sure they know how to spot a phishing email.
Right. Teach them about strong passwords, the dangers of clicking on suspicious links, just being careful online.
I guess it's also about, creating a culture of cybersecurity within the company so everyone feels comfortable speaking up if they see something suspicious or they make a mistake.
Right. Encourage employees to report any potential security breaches or concerns. The sooner these issues are addressed, the better.
Yeah. It's about working together.
Yeah.
Everyone needs to understand that cybersecurity is not just the IT department's job. It's everyone's responsibility.
Exactly. And it's not just about preventing breaches, it's also about being ready to respond effectively if an attack does happen.
Which brings us back to the importance of having cyber insurance.
Right. No matter how strong your security is, there's always a chance that human error could lead to a breach. Cyber insurance gives you that financial and reputational safety net so you can recover and rebuild after an attack, even if it was caused by a mistake.
So it's about accepting that people will make mistakes, but taking steps to reduce the chances of that happening and having a plan in place if it does.
Exactly. It's a multi-layered approach. You need technology education and insurance to really protect yourself from cyber threats.
So we need a holistic approach to cybersecurity technology training insurance, all working together to protect us.
Right. It's important to remember that cybersecurity isn't a one-time thing. It's a continuous process. You always have to be adapting.
And it's something every business needs to be thinking about.
Absolutely. The risks are real, the consequences can be really bad, and it's always cheaper to prevent an attack than to deal with the aftermath.
So what's the one thing you want our listeners to take away from this episode? What should they do after listening to this?
Take cybersecurity seriously. Talk to an insurance professional, find out what your options are, get covered, and start educating yourself and your employees about the risks. Don't wait until it's too late.
It's about being proactive, taking control of your cybersecurity and protecting yourself before something bad happens.
Knowledge is power when it comes to cybersecurity. It can mean the difference between staying safe and becoming a victim.
And that's a wrap for this deep dive into the world of cybercrime and cyber insurance. We hope you learned something and that you feel more prepared to face the challenges of the digital world.
Remember, you don't have to be a tech expert to protect yourself and your business. Just be aware, be proactive, and get insured.
Stay safe out there.